Hello, all my dental friends. I really want to introduce you to my friend, Sherry Jolly.
Hi.
Sherry.
Hi.
Sherry Jolly owns a company called Dental Support Essentials. And the reason why I love her company is because she does things that nobody in your office really likes to do, like credentialing, because it is easy to screw up, right, Sherry? And it takes a long time, and people
And
don't necessarily know how to do it correctly.
that's one of the big issues. The other thing is it requires a lot of babysitting, a lot of follow-up, multiple submissions. There's a couple of companies that we always know we have to submit it more than once to get it to go through. Yeah, and it's very piecemeal in every office. What you find is not every doctor is credentialed the same way as the other doctors in the office. And it can lead to confusion when it comes to claims. And the biggest issue is it leads to confusion when it comes to quoting patients they're out of pocket, which of course is the part that makes the patients give you a lot of negative feedback when the out of pocket is wrong and they have to pay more. So knowing how you're credentialed and how you're going to be paid is something that is very cloudy in a lot of offices because the system is designed to be cloudy, honestly.
Yeah, I just know from experience that it definitely wasn't my favorite thing to do. So do you also help them like figure out what the fee schedules are going to be once they get credentialed, or how does that work?
Yeah, we ask, we kind of make it a practice to at least be notified of what the fees are before we actually sign the contract. Fee negotiation is a very, sometimes it's very hit or miss. There are some companies that just don't negotiate, and there are some companies that do, but even within the ones that don't negotiate, there's usually more than one plan to sign up for, and how you sign up for those plans determines how you get paid. So you could be signing up for tier 2 and not know that you're missing out on tier 1, those types of things. So it's really important to actually kind of do an inventory of how you're credentialed and how all the doctors, if they're the same, they're on the same fees and those types of things, which you'll find most practices that we work with, they're not all the same.
Well, I can tell you one thing I hear over and over again, and you and I are both in a lot of those dental management groups, right? The office manager ones for the different softwares and everything. And one thing that I hear a lot is, hey, we just hired Dr. Smith and he's not credentialed yet. So we're going to go ahead and bill out under Dr. Jones's information so that our patients benefit. Is that okay to do?
No. Everybody comes with the argument of there's a billing entity, and that's true. The billing entity can be on the claim, but there's another box on the other side of the claim, actually right beside the ADA claim form, that says rendering dentist, and that is the person who touched the patient, and that person's name needs to be on that claim if they treated the patient. And that is the one argument that I hate to be, I wouldn't call it argument, it's a discussion that I hate to be in, because it is true that your patients will want to see the credentialed doctor and not the non-credentialed doctor. And sometimes, depending on the insurance company, it could be 90 days before your patients are in network with the other doctor. But it is in fact correct to put the rendering doctor's name in the rendering doctor file. Unfortunately, most contracts are with individual doctors and not groups.
Okay, so if I heard you correctly, it could take up to about 90 days then to get somebody credentialed?
It can take 90 days. It can take more. 90 days is the standard answer, and 90 days is when you can start filing complaints about lack of activity.
I did not know that.
And that's when we start filing the complaints and escalating the whatever it is, we can file with the state, we can file with the company. And that's usually when we start making waves.
It sounds like you have this down to a science, and I understand that something pretty incredible happened with one of the larger dental insurance companies that you deal with.
Yes, we can't say a lot, but I think that come January 1st, there are a lot of dentists that are gonna see a benefit to some of the negotiations.
Hey,
That,
anything is better than nothing.
yeah, I do think so. I also think that this is a really good time to pay attention to your insurance contracts. I have noticed a lot of dentists going out of network, and I have also then seen, in turn, insurance companies that were never going to cooperate or negotiate actually start to come to the table. And I think this is a really great time for doctors to capitalize on that.
That is fantastic. So one last question for you. About how many providers have you credentialed over the many years you've been doing this?
Oh, man. I don't think I can count, but we've been doing this for 6 years, and we regularly have at least 3 or 4 doctors in a credentialing process all the time. And especially since it went from just me being the company to now my team being what it is, and we have a credentialing department. But now we always have a few doctors in process, a few doctors going, and we kind of know which insurance companies that we need to nag, and which insurance companies, if you get the right person, it just goes right through. However, I will say this, the insurance companies change staff more often than dental front desk.
Oh, that would be hard to keep track of for sure.
Yeah, they do.
So I lied. I do have one more question for you. Your credentialing rates, how competitive are they with the other companies that are out there doing it?
I would say they're quite competitive. The difference is we usually just give a flat fee for the project, and most of our other competitors charge you per doctor per contract. And we just give you a fee. And it's just one fee, and then the project's over, and that's how it goes. So that's really the only difference in it. If you did the math and added them up, it's usually very competitive, usually right in the same neighborhood.
That is fantastic. So if somebody is interested in getting their associates credentialed, how do they reach you?
Well, they can go to our website, which is dsepractice.com. And they can also email me, and it's my name, sherry.jolly@dsepractice.com. Sherry only has one R. That's important.
Yes.
SHERI.jolly, like 'tis the season to be jolly, at dsepractice.com. And either one of those ways, someone will reach out to you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time today. If you have any questions at all, she can be found on Facebook, or you can message me and I will make sure that she gets that. Thank you everybody for watching this quick little video, but I know for sure if you need credentialing, Sherry's your gal. Thank you.